All right, let's talk about something fascinating. We're going to pull back the curtain on the subtle, really powerful habits of the quietly wealthy. We're breaking down how they build actual fortunes in the background, all while everyone else is just, well, busy trying to look rich.
I mean, seriously, think about it. You've seen that person, right? The one with the 10-year-old car and the simple clothes who just disappears for a 3-week vacation and you never saw a single post about it? How in the world do they do that? The secret is they're not playing the same game as everybody else.
And this right here, this breaks it all down perfectly. On one side, you have the whole song and dance of looking rich, buying stuff that loses value, the flashy cars, the latest gadgets, all to get a nod from people you don't even know. But on the other side, that's getting rich. That's quietly buying assets that grow, securing real freedom for yourself, for your family. And that's the path we're going to explore.
So where do you even begin? Well, I can tell you it's not with a spreadsheet. It's not about the numbers, not at first. It's about a fundamental shift in your mindset. See, real wealth building, it starts between your ears.
This quote just nails the first big idea, stealth wealth. It's a choice you make. So when a coworker flashes a brand new watch, you can genuinely smile and say, hey, that's cool, because you know your old one works just fine. You're not depriving yourself. You're just trading a moment of applause for a lifetime of independence.
Let me give you a real-world example from the source material. This guy's friend gets a promotion, but he keeps his old car. That money he didn't spend on a new car payment, that invisible cash, he just funneled it straight into investments. No one patted him on the back for driving his old Corolla, but you can bet they were stunned when he turned around and bought a house totally debt-free. Who you hang out with is a massive part of this mindset shift. If your friends are always talking about the next new phone or the latest designer bag, it is so hard not to get sucked into that. But what if your conversations were about building things, investing, compounding, growing? Your whole reality changes. You start to normalize wealth creation, not just wealth display. And this last piece of the mindset puzzle, it's a little counterintuitive. It's giving money away secretly. I know, it sounds weird, but when you pay for the coffee for the person behind you, or you slip a gift card to a family in need and you don't post about it, you do something profound. You're training your own brain that money's real purpose is to be a tool for impact, not just some shiny accessory for your ego.
Okay, mindset is locked in. Now, it's time to build the engine. This part is all about creating an automated system that builds wealth for you, pretty much without you even noticing it's happening. The secret weapon here is to take temptation completely out of the equation. Forget willpower, it's overrated. Instead, you just set up an automatic transfer for the exact day your paycheck hits your account. Whether it's 10%, 15%, whatever. That money gets whisked away to your investment account before you even have a chance to dream about spending it. It's simple. You can't spend what you never see. And this creates this beautiful, simple 3-step loop. Your paycheck arrives, the money is automatically transferred, and then, this is key, it's automatically invested into something boring, like a low-cost index fund. You're not trying to be a stock market genius. You're just buying a tiny slice of the entire market. You set it up once, you forget about it, and you let it do its thing. And hey, don't for a second think you need a ton of money to start. $25. What does that get you a week? Maybe a couple of fancy coffees or 2 large pizzas? But what if you had invested that same $25 a week into a simple market index fund starting back in 2013? Today, you'd be sitting on over $20,000. That's the power of small, automated, boring consistency.
Which brings us to a super critical rule. You have to stay consistent. Wealth isn't built in one giant leap. It's built inch by inch, paycheck by paycheck. There's this story in the source material about a woman who kept investing right through the 2008 crash. Her friends thought she was crazy, but a decade later, her portfolio had doubled, then doubled again. She trusted the system, not the scary headlines. And this is exactly why when you start is often so much more important than how much you start with. I mean, look at this chart. Somebody who starts investing at 22 can actually end up with way more money than someone who waits till 32, but invests double the amount. Why? 2 words. Compound interest. Time is your single greatest, most powerful asset in this game, period. So you've got the mindset down, you've built the machine, now let's talk about how to hit the accelerator a bit, while also building a defense system to protect the wealth you're growing. Okay, what happens when you get some unexpected money? a bonus at work, a tax refund. The average person goes out and buys a temporary thrill, a new TV, a vacation. But the stealth wealth approach, it uses that money to buy permanent freedom. For instance, a nurse got a $900 bonus and used every penny to wipe out a high-interest credit card. She didn't get a new gadget, she got peace of mind, and saved herself hundreds in future interest payments. Okay, this is a power move. The next time you get a raise, just pretend you didn't. For 1 year, just one, keep living on your old salary and invest 100% of the difference. There was a graphic designer who did this for 2 years straight after a promotion. And you know what? The dividends from those investments ended up completely covering the rent on her new, upgraded apartment.
Relying on one income stream is kind of like trying to balance on one leg. It's risky. Multiple streams give you stability. And look at these examples. These are quiet hustles you can do in the background. Think about it. A security guard who edits transcripts during his downtime banks an extra $200 a month. That money goes straight into his investments, building a serious cushion over time.
And finally, you have to protect what you're building. That's where the cash buffer comes in. Think of it as your parachute and your cannon. It's a parachute because when the water heater bursts, you use this cash instead of panic selling your stocks. But it's also a cannon because when the market takes a nosedive, that same cash lets you buy incredible assets at a huge discount while everyone else is running for the hills. So we've covered the what and the how. But let's wrap this up with the most important part of all, the why. What is the actual tangible reward for all of this quiet work and discipline? This is the payoff. This is the difference. While other people are refreshing their social media for likes, you're refreshing your brokerage account to check on dividend payments. While they're chasing the next shiny object, you're collecting silent profit shares. While they're stressing about a surprise bill, you can literally shrug at surprise expenses because your system is built for it. The real reward isn't more stuff. It's a life of calm, of control, and of choice.
So if you only take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this mantra right here. Compound before you brag. Freedom before flash. That is the entire game.
So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. When you build this quiet fortune, what's it really for? What choice will it buy you first? Will it be the freedom to walk away from a job you hate, to travel the world on your own terms, to spend more time with your family? Or maybe it's just the ability to live without that constant low-level financial fear. The beautiful part is, the choice will be yours.